12 and g of x, we have x equals to negative positive 2. For example, that is the function. So let's divide these two functions that we have. F of g x, which is x squared minus 4x minus 12 divided by x plus 2. So the coefficient of each term that we have is 1, negative 4, and negative 12 divided by negative 2. So 1 times negative 2 is negative 2 plus negative 4 plus negative 2 is positive negative 6. Negative 6 times negative 12 is positive 12. And negative 12 plus 12 is equal to 0. So the quotient of our function is x minus 6. That's the quotient for our function. Okay. As you can see, we don't have a remainder since the last term is 0, so you don't have remainder in this function once you divide the f of x and the g of x. Okay na, in synthetic division.
Master.
Question? Do you still have question about synthetic? Okay na?
We'll do it tomorrow, okay? Okay, let's pray now. Let's pray properly. Pray properly. Listen, when we pray, it's properly.
Okay, so for example, we have this two function, x squared minus 81, and the g of x, which is x plus 9. So let's perform each operation that we have for this two function. Let's start with adding. What will be the sum of the two function? X squared minus 81 and x plus 9. F plus gx. So x squared minus 81 plus x plus 9. The sum of the two function will be equal to x squared plus x minus 72. That is the sum of the function x squared plus x minus 72. Tama ba?
Teacher, could you explain?
How did we get the sum? Diba when we are adding and subtracting, we combine similar terms or like terms. So since here in this two function that we have, x squared doesn't have similar terms with the other terms that we have. So x squared will remain as itself. And x doesn't have a similar terms also. So x will remain as x. The only thing that has a similar or like terms is your negative 81 and your positive 9. So negative 81 plus 9 is equal to negative 72. So that is the sum of your function f of x and g of x. So for the difference, let's find the difference of the two functions. The f x minus g of x. So x squared minus 81 minus x plus 9. So the same rule when you are solving for the difference, combine terms or subtracted terms that are similar. X squared doesn't have a similar terms. It will remain as x squared. X doesn't have a similar terms. Since we have subtraction, the sign of your positive x will become negative x. Negative 81 minus 9 is equal to negative 90. That is the difference of the two function x squared minus 81 and x plus 9. Okay. So that is the sum and the difference of our two function. Here, in this two function that we have, since it's only binomial, you can use the FOIL method. Still remember FOIL method? It will be easier to find the product of the two polynomials that we have, or the two functions that we have. So let's solve using the FOIL method to find the product of our two functions. Can I clear the screen? Okay. So f of x times the g of x. So x squared minus 81 times x plus 9. So using the FOIL method, f multiply the first term. So x squared times x is equal to x cubed. X squared times 9 is equal to 9x squared. 81 times x is negative 81x. Negative 81 times 9 is equal to 729. Negative 729. So since there is no similar terms in the product of each term that we have in our function, that's already the product of our f of x and g of x. Yes, po. Yeah. If you're going to add or subtract, it will be in the instruction. Okay. Any more question about the four operation of function? Still have question? Wala na? Okay, so since this is the last topic that we have for the first quarter, tomorrow we're going to start to review so that you will be prepared for your exam on Monday. Your objective exam is on Monday. Pero it's okay naman. Kung ayaw nyo mag-review, that we can add another topic and then we can add it into your exam. Let's discuss a new topic. Gusto nyo yon? Huwag na tayo mag-review. Let's discuss another topic.
No. No.
No.
No.
Sige, we're going to start our review tomorrow from the very first topic that we have discussed for the first quarter. I think nakalimutan nyo na kung ano yung una nating na-discuss. Tama ako? Sige. Sige, we're going to review all the things that we have discussed for the first quarter so that you can be able to answer your exam on Monday. Okay? So, since we are done, discussing the last topic for the first quarter. And you don't have any more question, I think that will be all for today. So goodbye, everyone.
Wait,
And
teacher.
yes, Pop.
What if there was a fraction on the thing?
The
What if there was a fraction like x squared minus uh 3/4 or something like that?
x squared
Or something like that.
minus
Like how do you answer that?
which one? X squared minus 3/4.
Yeah, like
Oh,
it's
like,
just an
how do you
example.
answer a
Like what if
fraction?
there was like a fraction there?
In the function.
Yeah. Yeah.
Di ba yun? Di ba you don't want fraction? If you don't want to use fraction, you can use decimal. For example, you have,
Delicious. Yes, yes.
but if you want, sige, fraction na lang, let's not use decimal. Well, you can use decimal so that it will be easy for you because you're not fan of fraction. You just convert the fraction into decimal and the same process. For example, you have f of x equals to, let's see, 3/4, the same, x squared plus 2x plus 4. And we have g of x, which is 2x minus 1. For example, we're going to find the quotient of this function. Let's divide the two functions, the g of x and the f of x. So x squared plus 2x plus 4 over or divided by 2x minus 1. So get the coefficient of each term. We have 1, 2, and 4 divided by, as you can see, we have 2x. There's a coefficient in the variable x. The one that we have an example a while ago, it's only the coefficient of variable x is 1. So here, to get or to know what will be the divisor, divide the constant number with the coefficient that you have in your variable x. So we will be having positive 1/2. That's the divisor. Since you don't want to use fraction, use decimal, so we can have 0.5. You can use 0.5 or 1/2 in dividing these two functions. So let's use the decimal since we don't want fraction. The same process. 1, 1 times 0.5 is equal to 1.5 plus, we will be having 2 plus 1.5, which is equal to 3.5. 3.5 times 0.5, which is equal to 2. Times 0.5, which is equal to 1.75. So 1.75 plus 4, which is equal to 5.75. So the same, we will be having a quotient of x plus 3.5 remainder of 5.75. So if you don't want to use fraction, okay? How is it become 0.5? So from here, you get the 0.5 from here. 2x minus 1 equals to 0. You equate your divisor equal to 0 to find the value of x or the divisor that you're going to divide. So 2x transpose negative 1, it will become positive 1. Divide both side by 2. The divisor is 1/2 or 0.5.
When should we do this?
Ano po?
When
Because you're asking for fraction.
so
I
we don't
give
have to
you
do this at
fraction
all. We don't have to do this at all.
If the given in your divisor, if the given of the gx is only, for example, we have gx equals to x plus 2. If the coefficient of your g of x is 1, you don't need to do this. You just get the opposite of your constant number.
For this, we don't have to do all this magic, all this black magic. We can just use +1.
No, we cannot use +1 since it has a coefficient. The variable x has coefficient of 2. That's why we don't use the +1 only. Okay. But if you only have coefficient 1, as you can see here, you can only use the -2.
Okay, mastered. It's mastered. It's mastered.
Okay?
Teacher,
Yes, well.
what if instead of gx having a fraction, what about fx? What if it had a fraction?
Okay, let's have a fraction in the f of x.
After that, what if ZX? What if ZX